Top 4 semifinals, Yule Cup. FoCuS versus Infi to start the day. We are on Northern Isles. It's Orc versus Night Elf as Infi is again switching his race to the Elf. But is that the right call against this guy from Korea? Here we have the stats. Of course, they're a little misleading as this is the stats against human. How good is Infi's Night Elf? We know it's pretty damn good as he won the third place match against Lin at WGL. Hopefully we're not getting the bug. Nope, everything seems good. So we get our overlay to work and then we jump right into it.
Alright, first semifinal. Here we go. Who's gonna be our first finalist here for the second big online tournament of the year? We had the Thunder and Fire already. This is the second big one here. We have FoCuS spawning in the bottom left as the red orc, top right Infi in the somewhat unusual Night Elf trunks. But then again, in this patch and the one previous, he has used that race multiple times, especially against Orc. Also against Undead, if I recall. But yeah, as I was also already saying in the moments leading up to this game, the Night Elves have found a very strong strategy against Orc, and it seems to not have the perfect counter found to it yet. That being said, however, just 2 days ago against Foggy, FoCuS showed some really strong strategy, but more so execution. I was not able to cast those games, unfortunately, but I caught up on them via the VODs. And yeah, he's looking really good at the moment.
And it looks like FoCuS is switching things up. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, he played Blade Master only versus Foggy. Not today. Farseer first. Can you hear the wolves howling? Already. On the other side, of course, the Keeper of the Grove. And the key to success for FoCuS is heavy tier 1 pressure. Delaying the level 3 Keeper, delaying the expansion. I think, what is more important, Remo? I think, of course, both things go hand in hand. But if you had to choose between a level 3 Keeper and a Night Elf expansion, what would you choose to play against?
I mean, you can't prevent the Keeper level 3 forever. You can just prevent it for a certain amount of time. You could possibly prevent the expansion forever, but that would demand heavy commitment. When I watched the VODs, it seemed to me like FoCuS was playing with the Blade Master Harass to delay as much as he can, but more importantly, focusing really heavily on counter expansion very early on with the SH and 3 grunts out, creeping the natural quickly in multiple games and then getting that one up quickly. And Foggy just couldn't find a timing to ever cancel that orb. Oftentimes couldn't find a timing to do this. So I'm really surprised that he is switching to the Farseer with how strong his Blade Master Harass was against Foggy.
True, but maybe he thinks that Infi is more stable in that regard. I mean, we know him as a human player who defended his expansions for minutes and minutes and minutes. And just holding on. Next experience denied by resummoning the wolves here. Maybe that's the solution. Trying to steal the Murloc didn't really work, but the Treants give good experience as well. That's why the Farseer is already halfway level 2. But he's
gonna give up the first grunt here though, right?
Yeah.
One of mana stealing, more mana.
Exactly what I was thinking. Like, one game against Foggy that he lost, he used that first grunt to harass as well, and that's exactly what happens here. Also, not using the deny, or not trying to go for the deny, but rather a little bit more damage on the Treants. Seems like FoCuS is not really in this game yet.
The prime reason for the Farseer here seems to be to delay this expansion for as long as possible. With the Blade Master and the first grunt out in the early game, it's really hard to cancel an Expo, since 50% of your army basically is getting entangled and is doing nothing. But of course with the Farseer you're always going to have the wolves, and perhaps with that you can cancel expansions more easily. Expo is not coming up early here for Infi. He's teching first. 3 archers so far, 4 archers, 5 archers.
Ooh, that's heavy.
And no Hunter's Hall in sight.
A player's forces are under attack.
Interesting. FoCuS didn't get much done. Lost a lot of mana, but got the replenishment potion, so he gets a little bit back. His tech, of course, pretty super fast. He skipped the Voodoo Lounge as well.
Yeah.
So half a tech, basically, ahead.
Well, Farseer coming in from the back here against the archers, but wasn't at the shop yet, doesn't have the dust. So Shadow Mail should be some easy saves here. Keeper holding on to his mana with an entangle. This could get a little bit dangerous for the Farseer. Would love to get at least one last hit steal. He's so low on experience. Needs to get some levels. But here's the entangle. There's the surround. Wow. And it has to be the TV.
Infi playing this perfectly so far. Getting so many last hits. Also on the Wolves. Not getting any deny. And forcing the town portal early with a beautiful surround. That's the Iceman. As good as it gets, basically. So 3 grunts still up. What do we see? It's the Spirit Lodge play with the TC second. So Stomp and Chain Lightning against the Night Elf army. Won't be too good if Infi goes heavy on Dryads. Infi, by the way, with a little late Hunter's Hall.
It looked almost like Infi had the perfect read. That FoCuS was going for the natural. He was going south, but he took a pit stop at the marketplace. Imagine if he'd just gone down there. Creepjack coming in, more entangles, more kills. He was level 3 already. However, level 2 Treants, if I saw that correctly. So FoCuS is going to get away with this camp. Finally level 2 for him. Talisman of Evasion, not the greatest perhaps for the TC, but yeah. TC Farseer against Night Elf.
Yeah.
So unusual.
This will be interesting if Infi goes Dryads, of course. We have the Book of the Dead. There is no area of effect dispel for FoCuS as he goes Shamans. So this can be pretty impactful. And this is finally a last hit here, denying the level 2 for the Alchemist, getting level 2.5. TC is out. It is Stomp, if I'm not mistaken. No, Shockwave. It's Chainwave.
Shockwave. I mean, against archers it's good, but against everything else that's gonna be coming from the Night Elf, it doesn't seem that good. And what is coming for the Night Elf? For a moment there I thought Infi might be infected with the plague of the mass archers tier 3 style. But he's not. We have the double lures coming with that fast tier 3. So seems like he's going into Mountain Giants. And against that, Shockwave is not much more than a bit of a tickle.
I agree. Maybe he can focus on the back line and ignore the Mountain Giants. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Here's a Shockwave for quite a bit of experience here. Talisman of Evasion also not the worst in the early. Boots of Quel'Thalas. We do have Purge. We do get early Raiders as well before the Adept upgrade.
Yeah, so far this strat for FoCuS doesn't seem to be coming together. When you practice this, I imagine it looked a little bit different. Maybe he could steal more last hits, maybe he could kill more archers, maybe he gets level 2, Farseer can keep up the pressure, maybe he keeps the Keeper on level 2. But none of that really worked so far.
There's also no expansion, like not even trying yet.
Yeah. But I mean, there's no Night Elf Expo, so
yeah.
I guess there's no need for him.
Absolutely.
But it's actually the Orc now down in tech, soon to be. Tier 2 versus Tier 3. And what is the choice? It is Mountain Giants, no Bears. Kind of funny that Infi is playing the strat that eliminated him from WGL, played by Foggy back then. Different matchup, of course, but this is how Foggy defeated him. Yeah. Finally defeated Infi with the archers and the Mountain Giants.
No marksmanship yet, but I think he didn't lose a single archer in this game, so very cost-efficient damage on Infi's side. While FoCuS is checking for the expansion and might steal this one, would give him level 3 on the Farseer finally. Infi is also dodging or skipping the Dryad, so this spell is only, in quotes, coming from the Wisps.
Speed scroll engagement now. Would love to have the Stomp right here, but the Chain Wave combo! Not bad against the archers at all. Using the only ensnare he has onto the Alchemist, but doesn't seem to be able to find that kill. Still only one archer lost. This seems to be fine for Infi, retreating further back into his main. Here comes the second Mountain Giant. It's going to be a lot more tankability. Another Chain Lightning coming in, level 3 for the Farseer. Suddenly we have level 2 Wolves. And as you said, no dispel aside from the Wisps. But FoCuS is going to retreat.
Of course,
Acid Bomb is starting to tick him down, and he's dropping low in health.
And on the other side we have Heal Spray, probably the best counter. Oh, FoCuS is blocking himself a little, fixes that problem. The best counter is Heal Spray against this AoE.
Yeah.
We have Wolf second, not Chain Lightning, so the AoE isn't that crazy yet. Both level 1.
Thank you to High Tech for the 11 months and My Alkaline for the 20 months. Yeah, with the Alchemist, it oftentimes seems like he really starts getting online on level 3, on level 4, as so many other heroes, of course, do as well. But the level 1 heal spray, perhaps you can out-damage, but now he's level 3. Is he going for heal spray too?
Yes. Oh, he didn't choose yet.
Would seem to make sense with this AoE style that FoCuS is going for.
Oh,
He's gonna have a lot of AoE. If he finds a good lightning shield and chain lightning and the wave. But now he's getting creep jacked. There is no scroll of speed on his side, so this Kodo seems to not be making it out of this one.
He forces the fight here. Let's see. Oh no, the damage is too much. We have Dryads in the play now as well. Of course, immune to Shockwave and Chain Lightning, but we're going hard for the Alchemist. Steps him out, but the TC is super low with all the range damage being drawn back by the taunt. Ooh, another big engagement for Infi. Seemingly winning every fight here thus far.
That single Dryad was really good. Slowed down the Kodo, forced the fight, kind of. And now FoCuS licking his wound. Doesn't even have heal cells anymore. In the retreat now, can't heal up his TC. Oh, this is not looking too tremendous for him. But it seems like Infi hasn't scouted the expo yet. Otherwise, this would be a super easy cancel.
Or he knows that he has the time. I mean, he has 2 Mountain Giants. Grab some Siege Sticks and clobber it down. We've seen this multiple times. Ring of Protection for the Alchemist close to level 5 on the Keeper. And expansion for Infi at 60%.
Surprised by Infi's movement here. After the Arachnithid, or whatever they're called, camp, he's going to the red camp. This means he's really far away from the next creep camp on the map, so he's putting himself basically in a corner where soon he's not going to be able to be efficient anymore. When it seems like he has a bit of a lead, and when you have a lead, you want to be where there's the most creep camps available. So perhaps at the moment, he's giving a little bit too much freedom and space to creep to FoCuS, who's quickly leveling up here himself. It's going to be level 3 TC in a moment. Farseer, he is far away from the level up, but FoCuS can grab up more items and more experience, and that's level 3.
But it's only 3-3 against almost 5-4. And now he finds the expansion. It's barely finished, and this is the perfect timing because it can't be cancelled anymore. We have 5 peons. Is that enough to defend this? 58 supply for FoCuS already against 50. He's backstabbing the archers here.
No,
how many kills can he get?
These 2 are certainly dead, and 2 MGs, I don't think is enough damage to brute force this.
He does a little... Oh, he faked the staff. Not getting out of this. The mine is defending, lots of melee, of course.
Archers in the back are protected, but the spells can still reach them. Alchemist with more heal spray. Oh, the next shockwave is going to be beautiful. Yeah. The TC's lining it up. Give it to me, baby. Oh, yeah. Hitting the entire army right there.
Peons are still alive, and now the TP was forced. FoCuS saving a Grunty with barely any HP.
They're all so low.
Another acid bomb would have gotten a quad kill or something, but FoCuS saves almost everything. I think he only lost 2 peons. That's it, right? There are no corpses. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
And that's what I was saying. Perhaps Infi really let this come up on purpose. But what if you don't get the kill? Suddenly there's an expo standing and you're like, whoops, that's not the way I wanted this. But I think he just didn't scout it, but I mean, we cannot know. But now there's an expansion up for FoCuS. He's got the big army already. He had so many saves on those units previously, healing them up now. But Infi, he has an expansion of his own. This is certainly far from over.
And he's pushing again. We have to Scourge Bone Chimes for the Mountain Giants to give them a little more regen. Of course, lots for the Treants as well. We have 1 Witch Doctor roaming the map, scouting for expansions. And setting up the wards, of course. That's a little play out of Grubby's playbook, I guess, and I really like that. It's been seen though. And
hard for the Keeper, but there is a staff here to keep him safe. But what about the Alchemist? He's left by himself. Keeper's coming back in with a staff. Does he have a staff for his friend as well, or a TP or something? He's trying to pass the TP, but it's not enough. The range is too short. Second hero is down.
On what cost though? Everything low for FoCuS, especially the front line. There's still a lot of purges. He uses that immediately against the Treants. More experience. Here comes the entangle of a TC. Has the big invul, breaks it that way. But that's a big experience on the pattern here. 1 Rate of Falls, Grunt Falls. He's going for the Alchemist again. Still the invul. Passes something now. The TP holds on to it. And uses it now after the Chain Lightning. Another kill. Finally, FoCuS loses some units here. Down to 42 supply only. Both players with expansions. Infi's Moon Juice is not looking that good though, and a lot of damage ended up on the Mountain Giants. They're at 50%.
Treants in the meantime were at the expansion, so once again, mining disrupted. Quite a bit more gold, not too much more, but a bit more gold mined on the night of Expo here. And yeah, quite a few of those melee units did end up dying. Does he have armor upgrades for them? No, he's got damage upgrades,
attack upgrades
for the Grunts and the Raiders. I can't help but feel that armor upgrades might be going a longer way.
Especially against Acid Bomb. We mentioned this over and over. But what's left of Infi's army? As it seems, it's 3 Mountain Giants and a hero. And that's it. No backline, no Dispel.
Yeah. Like, no damage. Aside from the Alchemist.
Yeah, and like siege damage.
Treants once again, roaming everywhere. They do give decent experience. Double 4 on the hero levels now for the Orc, but especially the Farseer doesn't seem to have the greatest impact anymore.
FoCuS sees the Treants. There's barely anything to protect his units with. But FoCuS getting back to 54 supply. What's Infi doing now?
A player's
Dryads
forces are under attack.
But yeah, the Treants find the way into the peon line. There's no peons in the burrows here. Sends 2 shaman for the Dispel.
Alright, now he has to multitask. The main army is at the expansion and there's Treants in the main. Throw speed running in, the TC in the middle of everything, going for the heroes once again, but the Keeper in a fairly safe position there in the back. Heal spray coming in as well. Quickly disabled with the end snare. That was very nice, but it has a very short cooldown. So it comes in again cancelled. And now the Alchemist out of mana. Could pop a mana potion though if he wants to. MG's of course in the front tanking like champs that they are. Kotobi's getting taken out. That's a big kill right there. FoCuS is trying with everything on this Keeper, but it's not quite working out.
It's too much healing from this Alchemist, but now he is completely out of mana, but damage is done. Forces the TP again before the Keeper reaches level 6. 1 more kill, 2 more kills. Aye, this hurts! Still at 52. I feel a shop at this expo would be great for FoCuS. Rather cheap as well. He should be able to afford it.
And Infi just seems to be taking these magnificent trades over and over.
He loses the town portal all the time.
Yeah. But
Players'
that's
forces
okay.
are
He's still
under attack.
at 70 supply. He's got a new TP. No mana potion though on the Alch, but still good mana on him as it is.
And Tranquility is coming. That's maybe the best thing for Infi. He's so close. Less than 100. And the Alchemist is close to level 5 as well. Does he have any... He doesn't have consumables. Wow. Double aura now with Unholy Aura and Vamp Aura. Gets a Dryad for free. And another one.
Yeah. I think that might be the better call. Go for the Dryads and then perhaps the heroes. And the MGs of course last.
He needs level 5 heroes, I guess, but the TC is in trouble. Entangled, purchase against it. Trying the hero focus again. The staff is on the Alchemist, but an invoke potion as well. I feel like it's a little bit of a wasted damage. And now level 6. There's no mana at the moment. More Dryad kills, but FoCuS' frontline again melting. Diving through this, like back in the old day when we were diving for talents. So it's a lot of experience, but also now a lot of losses.
TC still mana to use, but not that effective perhaps. Last Dryad getting taken out. Once again going for the Alchemist. TP had to be transferred one more time, but the Keeper going for the TC here, almost taking him out! What? That was enough damage?
That was enough damage as it seems. The
last hit.
Volley. The last hit and the last volley got him the kill on the Torrent Chieftain. Will this break FoCuS' neck? There is a Katka's pipe in the marketplace, by the way. Wouldn't be the worst thing, I feel. But it's so expensive.
Farseer's basically level 5.
Yep.
Invis Wolves are really good.
Yeah. Tranquility.
It's also really good.
And he
It's
gets
probably
0-3 upgrades. Plus the Vampiric Aura. How do you want to kill the Mountain Giants?
I guess that's what the damage upgrades are for, but we don't have many grunts left at all.
I would like to see... he's not tier 3. I would like to see 1 Wyvern. I think Envenomed Spears would do great damage, but he can't afford the tech. Same goes for Walkers, I think. It's just no time for that. And no resources as well.
Once again, he's going in. Here we go. TC in the front line. Still no invul, by the way, but should have Purge, obviously. against the Entangle to be coming in. He's going for the Dryad kill. Is this going to be level 5 for the Farseer? It should be pretty close. There we go.
Is it Wolf or is it Chain Lightning? It's Chain Lightning 3. 1,000 damage there. Once again, trying to go for the Keeper. Force the Town Portal once more. Tranquility.
Does he have the...
Oh, he's going against it. Nice. Needs to micro this one grunt away, but Tranquility is over. Town Portal out now with 2 more kills on Infi side, though. 6.5 on the Keeper. He can't win this game if Infi gets Transmute.
I think that's true, yeah. It's just too strong.
Wouldn't Stomp be a lot better than Chain Lightning? Especially now, to prevent Town Portals. He is close to level 5. That's massive disable. Only a heal scroll, though. He could afford it. If we go to a base race later, then maybe Shockwave is the right call. But for these fights, for these trades, for these hero focuses that FoCuS is doing all the time, I feel Stomp would be way better.
He's aiming for the Keeper again, going blindly for him almost, it seems like, but now switching the focus. Holding on to his mana still, no Chain Lightning, no Shockwave just yet, and these MGs, man, they're completely full health.
Nice.
Doesn't need to have the damage to deal with them. Once again, going for the Keeper, Staff out is there.
Oh, but that's the Alchemist now. There's no healing for him. Ah, but the Keeper is coming in with the staff so fast. He has Staff of Preservation. He just forced the Town Portal.
Level 6!
Yep, and hello, Transmute. Boom, Raider gone. And I can only feel that this TC is about to die down.
Oh.
The Shockwave eliminates the Keeper. Not going for the Town Portal now. Get out. Lick your wounds.
But he can rebuy him instantly. There's so much gold.
Oh yeah, 1,000 gold.
On Infi.
Okay.
He's been trading so favorably for such a long time.
And Transmute has a low cooldown as well. Ah, Keeper is back from the tavern. No mana at the moment. With the money Infi spent in this game. 2 auras. 1 level 6 hero revive. And he's level 7 now.
Yeah, and there's only the 2 heroes left for FoCuS. Doesn't look like there's much left to be done. These MGs certainly look
Unbreakable.
uncontrollable in this game.
Transmute again, going for the purge, but... Oh, steps on him? Ah, double step, I see. Last Invo Potion on the TC. And yeah, the Mountain Giants just block too much. Wolves getting dispelled. They don't have impact anymore.
Yeah, FoCuS went for a risky, no sustain strategy here. With the Shadow Hunter, this could all be looking very different. In a weird world, perhaps even with Witch Doctors and heal wards, GG. But no, you can't just stay in these long fights. You don't have the sustain, and the MGs, they don't do that much damage, but in the end, they're clobbering you down.
And Acid Bomb, and Treants, and Entangle. Plus, yeah, so much sustain, as you said. With additional HP regen, with the Vampiric Aura. That was a very, very, very solid game by Infi, and especially the early game, he took 0 losses. And the key to an Orc success in this matchup is a good early game. And that just didn't happen with the Farseer here. And maybe the wrong skill choice on the TC, but
Yeah.
don't want to argue with that.
Even if he goes for Stomp, though, TC obviously doesn't have not much mana. He's gonna have 3 Stomps at best. But these fights are so long and drawn out. He can perhaps go for a hero kill.
Yeah.
That is a possibility.
He tried it a lot, so I feel with that strategy, with that decision to go for the hero kills, having that 5-second disable is, you know, should be better, but no.
Yeah, but especially 2 days ago with his Blade Master looking so strong, I'm so surprised he went away from this.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Maybe he thought Infi saw it and saw his movement and just wanted to surprise him, maybe.
Oh well, that was only the first map, of course. We're gonna have a best of 5 here, up to 5 maps. And the second map choice doesn't surprise me at all. Terranos Stand has been a very strong Orc map in this matchup. Indeed. Probably the strongest. FoCuS will need to score here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Drei Kölsch mit Matt, for the Prime sub. Nice, Nick.
Is that what you got for breakfast today?
I had a Mettbrötchen, indeed, and a scrambled egg.
Oh, nice. Did I inspire you?
That was my decision all along, but you supporting me in my choice of breakfast, of course, confirmed the Mettbrötchen.
Yes, Met is outstanding. I'm pretty sure nobody outside Germany knows it though, which is a shame.
The Koreans do with egg, right?
But is it the same? It's like tartare. I think it's a little different, right?
Tartare.
Yeah, I mean, it's French. Otherwise, it's tartare.
Tartare! Terra stand starts, map number 2. Will Infi run away with the 2-0, or will we have the equalizer by FoCuS? FoCuS the Orc Slayer. Moon fell to him, and Foggy as well. It would be so weird if the 2 main Night Elves lose to FoCuS, but Infi the race switcher doesn't. I mean, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. FoCuS in the upper left, Infi in the bottom right.
Okie dokie. If this should turn out to be a Farseer, I would be greatly surprised. Recently, we've been seeing mostly Blade Masters here, but can also be a really good Shadowhunter map. Shadowhunter, Mass Creeping, Serpent Wards, Tier 2 Tinker All-In. But for some reason, that seems to have fallen out of the meta.
Completely. Like, the tower push is still a thing for a few orcs with the Shadowhunter second or first, but no one is playing the Tinker anymore.
Perhaps the Night Elf found an answer and we're not aware, but yeah, it looked so strong for like 2-3 weeks, maybe even longer, but nobody's doing it anymore at all.
Maybe this forced a little bit of a defensive play by the Night Elves with the second engine of war on the left-hand side to the shop, for example. That helped a little to have the reinforcements immediately at those defenses. We go to the Blade Master this game, of course a keeper of the grove. This will be the creep that FoCuS can't reach with Windwalk, Speed Scroll against the shop, too far away. So I guess FoCuS going into the middle, hoping for some claws and circlets, and then starting the harass. It all comes down how good his early game is, how many creeps he can steal, how long can he prevent this expansion. He did a good job doing that on map number 1.
Yeah, if he can skip the shop maybe even, because you're taking basically no damage from the green camp, pick up 2 items, take the blade and the grunt, run across, delay the expansion, and lose very little health and delay the knife at the same time. This would be a good opening early game here for the orc, because it is a lot about delaying the expansion oftentimes.
And I feel...
Or...
sorry, didn't want to interrupt you.
Or he could prioritize the early counter expo once again, which also looked very effective against us.
On Northern Isles, FoCuS lost the grunt very early, and I don't feel it's necessary to have the grunt here. There's plenty of spots that you can creep on his side of the map. Of course, you're gonna take it with him now at the early stages, but then you can like move him back to the little green ones, and the Blade Master can harass on its own. And here we have the first clause of attack.
And since he's skipping the shop, the tech is very fast. No shop, 1 borrowed tech. He's gonna be tier 2 here very, very soon. If along with this you could get it cancelled, this would be the dream scenario.
Wait,
but yeah, if you bring the grunt, you can probably cancel. But if you bring the grunt's probably gonna die. So
did
hard choice to
Infi
make.
deny a big creep right here? He's so far away from level 2.
Yeah,
did he deny
he
the
did.
Sasquatch?
I think he did.
A player's forces are under attack.
But he's gonna get level 2 at least. But he's far away from level 3. Wow, that's a massive mistake.
That's half of level 1.
Oh my god, if the Blade Master can steal all of these last hits.
FoCuS is really good at that, but he's prioritizing the shop to get the dust.
Yeah. I think he didn't realize that the keeper was level 1, because he's always level 2 usually at this point.
And it wasn't the dust even. Oh, Hunter's Hall. Nice timing to close the base here. Doesn't want to use the Windwalk, but now he's exposed as well. Tier 2 at 60%. For Infi not even started. Expo at 40% or so.
Attack.
Typical FoCuS, once you get all the items. Slippers, go to the keeper though.
Would have been so good. Archer block guarantees a few more hits, and there is no heal selves here because he went for a late shop. Or later shop.
The expo, but
Yeah.
this is not gonna be good enough.
I don't like this movement at all by FoCuS.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. like, going for the items in the middle makes a lot of sense. Now the grunts creeping up the remainder of the green camp can give him level 2. That also makes sense. But if you're only bring the Blade Master over, for what? Was he hoping to steal the Tunneler, maybe?
So basically all he accomplished was getting one circlet. He could have gone for the creep spot. I think it's okay if you go for the dust, but he saw that, or he must have seen that Infi has dust in his inventory, so that didn't work. But maybe now. He has one more Windwalk after this. And critical strike now.
Did he deny it with Lightning Shield again?
I think so.
He may have. I'm not sure. There's a dust on the keeper though, so it's hard for the Blade Master to get this last hit. He's also running very low on mana. He's gonna have another Windwalk here and another one after that, but that's gonna be the last of it. He's trying to time it perfectly against the dust. But there should certainly be dust coming in. Oh, nice. He's standing on top of the Renegade though, but he's still getting attacked. Gets the right click in, I suppose.
Yeah, and
Forcing
he
the
can't go. Should be enough HP thanks to the 2 circlets, but this Infi finally getting one of the big creeps. Level 2.5 for him now. Big invul as well.
Yeah. And it looks like FoCuS again heavily prioritizing the counter expansion. Grunts at the natural right away. Gonna be creeping that up instantly. And the peon coming over. 1 shaman, 3 grunts into Expo.
Players' forces are under attack.
And the Shadow Hunter, of course. Expo for Infi is not up yet, so I feel this is a good time so far. Pendant of Energy, also very nice. Infi confirms the expansion here. Good scouting by the Chinese.
I feel like Foggy was a little passive sometimes in his games.
This
Like, because
Infi,
this...
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 days ago.
Okay.
In their game.
Ah.
I was a little bit too passive in their game, trying to cancel this. The Keeper is going to be more aggressive here, staffing onto the Wisp. He's waiting for the army to retreat. Oh, he was really close. Nighttime, he almost saw him. He's breaking through the trees. Is this enough damage?
I think so.
should be.
Just started.
Oh, FoCuS didn't see it, actually.
That was a little lucky for Infi, but also cool to move through the forest there. Oh, if he gets the shaman, that's big. But
Oh, the crits, though. Jesus Christ.
2 in a row. Only level 1. And the shaman dead is a problem.
Oh, and the Alchemist is going for the creep drag onto the Shadow Hunter. Takes out a grunt right here. Huntress is coming in now. Item at least goes to the Shadow and level 2. As well as the Mercenaries. Gets that last hit as well. Nicely done. But this is quite a few Archers and Huntresses here already.
And also good damage.
Yeah. And I think Infi's doing a way better job than Foggy was 2 days ago.
Absolutely.
Realizing he's pretty strong right now, he can easily cancel this expansion. Gonna give up a second hero for this, but that's of course easily worth it.
As the expansion is running, I absolutely agree. Was the Shadow Hunter in range for that kill? Yeah, so he's 2.6. That might be the most important thing for FoCuS now. Rising up to level 3 or even 4. He gives up on the expansion plans.
Players' forces
And the
are
Keeper
under
here
attack.
really annoying in the main. But the Treants is gonna take out the shop, summoning more Treants. Someone's gonna have to come home at one point.
Yep, there is no TP, right? Nope. No speed scroll either. Usually you can't allow this. And another ground falls. Man, Infi is so in control.
Looks like he did study the games against Foggy, is aware of this new counter expansion, slightly greedy counter expansion attempt, and is shutting it down.
Players' forces are under attack.
Alright, here we go. Looks like FoCuS is feeling he has to go into an all-in here, but look at this army. It's 2 grunts, 2 mercs, and a shaman. That's it. This is laughable.
And the Alchemist is defending already. Keeper is going home. FoCuS is supply stuck. Lots of peons died. Can he get the Keeper somehow? There's no TP, of course, on him, but there's a big invul. And good damage in his army as well. Fast reinforcements. 2 Hunters not even participating in this fight. Neutron style.
Coming in now, is trying to go for that Keeper. But yeah, there was the invul. So many purges invested, and for what? There's a nice heal ward in the back, but doesn't stand for long. Shadowhunter still has mana, still spamming more Serpent Wards on level 2.
Town is
As long as the Shadow has mana, there's hope, but what after?
He's not getting rid of the wisps. Now he lays some damage. But Infi stays at 43 supply. The Alchemist is only level 1. There's no heal spray. 3 Serpent Wards standing. I think he has to switch the focus. Ooh, detonates now big. Shadowhunter out of mana.
Finding a couple of kills here though, and we still have
Yep.
some Serpents upstanding. 4 of them still. FoCuS is making a good attempt here, but he probably has to win the game right here. There's no comeback aside from this.
I agree. He didn't even rebuild the burrow, so he can't go over 40 supply. Infi is losing more and more. This is close to level 4 Shadowhunter, which gives him new mana.
scroll.
Very expensive, but very, very useful as well.
Shaman's out of mana. Shadowhunter out of mana.
Yeah.
Now level 4.
It's one more Serpent Ward. Can't break the Expo. There's no damage anymore. Blade Master level 4 is the set. Can he get a keeper kill somehow?
No front line anymore for Infi here. Going in with these archers is a little bit scary, but they're taking out the Serpent Wards pretty well. Now going for the Shaman, and those are easy kills. They're
So
retreating
many
back in
archers.
time though. Next grunt, last grunt falls. Acid bomb hits the casters in the back.
Well, I was a little too late moving them away. Or separate them. But there's almost no repair for Infi. Can he right click? Oh, there's no TP, right? He has to commit so hard to this.
And no normal or siege damage. Hard to find this kill.
Crits. Needs the crit so bad. Acid bomb hits him again.
He can't retreat from this position. If he does, Infi's gonna stabilize. Infi's gonna get to 70 supply. But he feels he has to back up, heal up, rejuice. If there was a counter expansion coming in the meantime, this would have all been
Yeah.
beautiful. But
Yeah.
that was not the case.
A little bit of consolidation in the base with the 4th burrow and the shop coming now, but I guess that's not enough. Yes, it costs a lot of resources. Yes, he got a lot of experience. It's such a big... It's 4 and 4 versus 3 and 1.
That's true, actually. I didn't consider this here
Player's
for a
forces
moment.
are
Yeah, he
under attack.
killed a lot of hunts.
If he gets to 5-5, that is amazing against hunts and archers.
And Blade Storm, without Tranquility close by, is wrecking this army. Okay, now 4-2.
Keeper and Alchemist, though, can still creep up quickly here with the Treants, of course. Level 4 now for him. As you said. Good Bone Shipes, not going to be helpful for him, as there is no transition in sight. It's all hunts and archers, what we've seen plenty of times here for the Night Elves in this matchup.
Oh, double heal scroll, invul potion, clarity. This is a big commitment by FoCuS. Using backpack because he can't afford a shop down there, I guess. This time he has Raiders Infi moving back perfectly in time to defend this. One heal scroll on his side as well. And one invul.
Oh, he really should have brought a peon, though. For that shop, but...
Pillage.
Alright. Huntress plus Serpent Wards should equal easy kills. Purges against the Treants. More experience!
Level 4.5. We're getting closer to the so important level 5s. Acid Bomb is not level 2. Treants are not level 3.
And we go again. Alchemist taking the brunt of the damage for now, using Purge on him as well. Invul Transfer keeps him alive for a little bit longer. The detonates, though, were massive. Shaman pretty much entirely out of mana. Blade Master controlled with that entangle right there. But the Serpent Wards are still putting in good damage. Archer's trying to take him out, but once they get too close, the Blade Master will chop them down.
There's still a heal scroll and an invul. 5 wisps remaining in the mine, so he gets a lot of gold here. Not willing to break upkeep though, as he has to invest into items as well. Next heal scroll for Infi.
I can't believe FoCuS didn't bring a peon here for a shop. This would make a world of difference.
I think he's expanding now. Oh, he has no... He has no... Okay, he is expanding now. And attacking the main with Raiders, with Grunts. This is full commitment. He will lose quite a bit in the back and the caster's side. But is he able to break this? The Wisp can't repair for a long time. And, oh, this is so close. This is so close. But I don't think he has the damage. There's Entangle. Shadowhunter level 5. Oh, the tree. He ensnares the Wisp so they can't repair. But another Raider falls. Big damage drops. And he has to abandon this. Super close to level 5 Blade and level 5 Shadow. Going for the Alchemist now. Yep, there's nothing anymore. Alchemist falls to the double backstab. Hello, level 5.
Dude, FoCuS fighting his way back into this like a lion. He's refusing to die.
And no consumable on the Keeper. Wisps are falling. Not too much repair. One Raider was left. Switching the focus to the Hunts. I love that. Giving the tree a little bit time to repair, but more and more experience.
Yeah, those Serpents are insane now against the Huntresses. 50 base damage. Level 3 Snakes, boys. Here we go. Another Clarity running. More mana for this SH. This carry SH. The Blade Master, though, not too bad himself. As you said, level 5. Archer's trying to block the way, but they're gonna die so quickly to this Blade. 200 crit. Chops her in half.
Infi is not mining. Infi is tapping out.
Wow.
What a fight by FoCuS. Unbelievable. This early wasn't good at all. Infi was in so... Like, he had this game in the palm of his hands. Especially when he killed the burrow. But FoCuS pushing with 40 supply and getting so much done.
Can't believe he was able to fashion such a strong attack. Like, at one point, as I said in the cast, there were 2 Grunts there, 2 Mercs, and 1 Shaman.
Yeah.
That's not much, but
nope.
He was able to hang in there with the help of the snakes.
Pretty sure it's Serpent Ward's MVP. They weren't attacked by Infi at all, despite having range. That was
he tried for it sometimes, but it seemed like he never had this massive hunt front line to keep the archers safe, and the archers behind to snipe the snakes.
Yeah. I think that was key as well. Like, the number of hunters was really low. And FoCuS took care of that pretty fast always. That was perfect decision making in the fights, I think. Early game, late game.
And I'm starting to think more and more that Moon has the better choice with no Alchemist in this matchup. Moon plays Keeper solo a lot, which obviously means faster level 5 and faster level 6, but also means you can break into more upkeep and more upgrades and more hunts and stuff way quicker. If you do get a strong Alchemist level 3+, yeah, that's really good, but it takes forever. And in that game, he was level 2 for a very long time. Much like Foggy's Alchemist, I feel like he's seeming a little underwhelming sometimes.
Below level 3, maybe? Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's not about the strength of the Alchemist. Like, he's definitely gonna, on level 3 especially, gonna become strong. But I think it's all about timing and about resources. That's 425 gold and 135 lumber right there that you're investing at the time into a level 1 hero. Which isn't that good. That could be more hunts, more archers, and so on. I feel like when I see Moon play, he always is at 60 supply immediately and keeps on canceling the orc expansions over and over and over. And he has the numbers to not crumble in the front line.
Yeah. You might have a point there. We'll see.
But really impressive how FoCuS turned that around. Like, his complete strategy was kind of destroyed. It was all about tier 2 counter expansion.
Yeah. And Infi was right in his face. Thank you very much, Muka, for the €5 donation. Seems like you're contributing every day. That's pretty nice, as we're casting every day. And Infected Shrooms for the 5-month resub. Thank you very much as well. As we go into map 3. We have ourselves a series. Infi winning map 1. FoCuS striking back. On one of the best orc maps, though. Now it's Infi's choice. And it is Last Refuge.
All right. We saw a very strong Blade Master already on TS, and there's no reason to assume that this could not be the case here again. Once more, a Farseer would be a big surprise. I think the Farseer was like that one bit of a surprise that we see only once this series. I'm not expecting to see him return. But if I'm Infi now, I might be feeling kind of worried, because he disrupted that counter expo play so easily and had such a strong early mid-game stage, and still he lost. With just FoCuS's tenacious refusal to give up and just wave after wave coming against the expansion. Where I don't think that Infi made many mistakes, to be fair.
He denied, like on Terranas?
Yeah, okay, with the early creeping, he messed up a lot. But,
And that delayed the Keeper's progress a lot.
Yeah.
So, Blade Master again.
So, is this gonna be what we are all expecting? What we keep on seeing all the time? 2 archers into expansion, into hunters is usually what we are used to. But this also, I think, could be a pretty good early game map, at least for the Orc, because Keeper level 2 is what it's all about. But if this blade is aggressive once again, you can't even do this, right? You're starting over the green camp, you're going for treants, and then if you go to the next green camp after, the Blade Master might be there already. FoCuS's last hit skills are impeccable. So, perhaps this time around, on this map, which suits his early game-wise, I'm talking about FoCuS here, he could go for that expo cancel fairly reliably.
True. And yeah, Infi should expect this. So sometimes we ask ourselves, should Entangle #1 be the priority here? To prevent that? FoCuS already on the way. Uses his grunt as well.
Yeah, I like this opening a lot from FoCuS. No shop, no creeping. Blade Master gets the circlet. And he knows the Keeper is level 1. He knows he doesn't have to fear losing the grunt. But Infi is smart as well. Not going for the predictable creep route. He's going somewhere else. He just wants to be left alone for a little bit. He wants to get that level 2 up.
That of course costs a lot of time. What Infi is doing here, moving to the other side of the map, but he can do whatever he wants over there.
Oh, the Grunt Scout, though, is coming in.
No way.
This is really big. Blade Master is extremely far away, though. Don't think he can steal this last hit. If he can, it would be marvelous. But
He's rushing back.
he's too far away.
Maybe with the grunt.
He's trying to delay, but Infi is not falling for it.
And snap of the trappers. Hello, level 2. And now Entangle against this grunt. And snare at the moment. Blade Master's trying to save his friend with right clicks.
There's one more Entangle. Grunt is not walking away, staying in this like a man. And he's gonna give his life for it.
Once again, no deny. There was an issue on Northern Isles already. Not sure that he would have gotten it, but there was a chance.
But it forced the Keeper's entire mana pool. He's kind of low HP at the same time. He lost an archer. Illusion keeps scouting. There's no expo coming up.
Yeah.
Yes, he lost the first grunt, which is never good. But it's not the end of the world.
We have a new donation here. Thank you, CFK, for 20 euros. I'm sick since Sunday. Thanks for helping me through this week with awesome casts. Love you guys. Oh man, get better soon or get well soon. And thank you very much for tuning in every single day here.
Since Sunday, you poor guy. Yeah, get better soon. I hope. Yeah, you're getting out of this stronger than ever. Blade Master coming in now with the Windwalk once again. Illusion's still scouting. These illusions here so helpful for FoCuS. Detonate on the blade. Now he's lower mana. Has to be a little bit more conservative with his Windwalk usage. Another one being revealed or caught after the next one could be his demise. Is he really going in for this last hit?
Yeah.
Could be getting surrounded, but no.
It was a little obvious, of course, that Infi scans for the Blade Master there when the Murloc was low, but
Illusions, grunts, Blade Master scouting everywhere. He's like, where is your expansion?
yeah.
Where is your expansion? But he's not making one.
It's also, he's still tier 1.
Yeah.
Now teching. FoCuS is already halfway at the Shadowhunter.
This almost looks like an AP push, but no. Wisp now moving to the gold mine, and this will be the expansion. But this is certainly one of the more late ones we've seen. Entangle again, keeping him controlled. Last it goes to the Keeper. It's going to be level 3 here in just a moment, unless Blade Master can go for some last hit steals. Oh, that was so close.
Gets level 2 on the
that's
other
the next
side.
Entangle.
Exactly.
That's level 2.
And
Oh
that's
no.
level 2. He can run away though. It was just big damage. And finally the counter expansion.
Yeah, grunts were creeping that here solo. On the other side, that gave level 2 for the blade. Thank you very much, Marco911 with the €5. Keep it coming, boys. Hell yeah! We have so many casts lined up for you guys. This is day 6? 7?
I think 7.
Something like that.
But 10 more days, boys and girls, as the grind continues. Expansion cancelled by 3 separate hunts.
Yeah, once again, Infi taking very good care of this counter expo attempt. Easy cancel right there. Oh my god, the perfect reveal. Wait, who revealed?
Pretty sure it was... Wait, FoCuS?
There's no wisp.
A player's forces are under attack.
What was that? Going for Hex, by the way. Oh, nice surround on the Huntress. That's gonna be a kill. And now the first Shaman is coming in. He does have Dispel now, and it is, of course, level 2 on the Purge, so this Shaman is gonna be very valuable. He has to be quick with the reactions, though. And he's still blocked. Uh-oh.
What is this?
Speeds go way too late. Why is he not moving? He could have popped the scroll and run right away.
That was a big mistake, man. No heal wave now. Hex and Serpent Wards. I don't know if I like that build too much. Blade Master benched for a couple of seconds.
At least new Shaman here, so he's gonna have at least 1 Dispel. But yeah, he could have popped that scroll way earlier and tried to run out at least.
In general, the movement, like, what was he doing there?
He's trying to creep the lab.
Well, yeah, that's quite obvious, but... It was an invitation for...
A player's forces are under
for
attack.
this punishment, I think. Second Edge of War is up. Expansion coming up as well. 25 supply only for Infi. The Owl scouts this. He can never go for this.
Doesn't want to give up his Ogre Magi camp. Once again, it is the Alchemist second here. 30 supply only, though. Oh, the SH wants to get this item. This looks a little bit dangerous.
Oh, no.
He doesn't get the item, and he gets surrounded for it. What a punish.
That was a disaster of a game for FoCuS. The early game was good. Real good.
Yeah.
But then maybe overconfidence. Wasn't focused enough anymore. Thinking he was too far ahead and then let it slip. 2 mistakes in a row.
Slight mistake there. I think the early game had a big influence. This is LR. Usually you're supposed to keep the Keeper on level 1 for a long time. He was trying to run down 1 Wisp with a Grunt. That doesn't seem like much. But what that does is it gives the vision to Infi, of course, to know where the Grunt is. And then he could go to the opposing gold mine, creep that in time. When ideally, the Grunt should have been scouting on one side of the map, the Blade on the other side of the map. I think that was the right play.
But everything was alright until he lost the heroes, right?
Don't know if it's alright. He still got his expansion cancelled. The expo still came up for the night of. He wasn't strong still by a long shot. He didn't have good levels or good items really on the Blade.
I'm not sure. I don't know. He was like, the tech was so far ahead. Raiders could have been there. Infi, that would have taken like 2 minutes until he gets Moonglaves and Alchemist and stuff. Not sure. Farid WC3 with another €5 contribution. Haven't been able to watch much live lately, but the Primo YouTube uploads helped me catch up on things. Thanks again for that. My pleasure, man. YouTube is not the most exciting work that we do with, all the tags and description and stuff. It's really annoying, but glad you found your way back to the Twitch stream through YouTube, and we thank you for your dono.
Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Next map, Echo Isles. So, normally we see this vetoed in best of 3s, right? Now we're gonna have a second chance. We have a bit of a bug here. Okay, have to regame. Infi and Foggy, I wonder why, are the only players who experience this bug. Kind of strange.
In best of 3s, yeah, sometimes we see it, but rather not. Oh no, we see it a lot, actually.
Do we?
Like, not as much as, let's say, Northern Isles or Last Refuge.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's like in the middle.
I feel like LR giving up that early, especially, or not playing it as well as he could have. Like, if you can force the keeper to remain on level 1, that is so amazing. And that's the easiest map to do it on. Can't help but feel that FoCuS gave up a big chance. And now he's trailing.
Match points for Infi, but you know what's amazing as well? A big 30 euro donation by Mr. Magic Monkey. Best Warcraft 3 cast on Twitch right here. Won't argue with that, obviously. Match points for Infi. He could make it to the grand final with one more win over FoCuS. But FoCuS was in that position, in that very position, in the quarterfinals against Foggy. And he made a super strong comeback in map 4 and 5. At the moment, both players stand at $750. If they win this semifinal, they have $3,000 guaranteed.
Whoa.
Quadrupling the guaranteed prize money. So it's a lot on the line. This is, by the way, the rematch of the WGL February race. Grand final, which Infi took. But he was playing human, wasn't he? Not too sure, actually.
Could have been Night Elf as well. He's been playing Night Elf for a while, but I'm afraid I cannot confirm.
I can.
Or deny.
In a bit. Yeah. But it was human. 3-0 with Blood Mage twice. That was the play. I remember now. So, Blade Master again on this map. Normal. And Infi is not going for anything but a Keeper of the Grove.
Starting off with a safe camp here. Certainly the right call. Blade Master speed scroll shenanigans is too painful if you experience it at the Merc camp. Gonna be starting off with Treants, and then the choice is gonna be run across with level 1 Keeper, harass the peons, or keep on creeping towards the green camp for reliable level 2, and then having Entangle and stuff. And then expansion, and then archers. We've all seen it before. It's pretty predictable. Question is, what's FoCuS gonna do?
Yeah.
His new style seems to be early tier 2 counter expansion. But Infi seems to have the answer for this.
So far, he does. Echo Elves was the 4th map for FoCuS versus Foggy, and this is where he started the comeback. Blade Master starts creeping now. I wonder if he takes out the entire camp or just the warrior. Kind of a tough decision to make, right? Are you moving over to harass the Keeper, or are you waiting for the Keeper to move over to defend your base? Keeper is not moving over.
Yeah, it's gonna go for the level 2 creep here. FoCuS taking out the entirety. Of course, even if he takes out the warrior and then walks over, he's not gonna be in time anyways to deny level 2. And whoa, Keeper's going for the natural right away.
Okay.
Bit of a more aggressive creep route. I think this is due to the Wisp scouting that the Blade Master was gonna be a little bit late, so he figures he should have the time for this camp. It's gonna cost him a lot of mana, but should be fine.
Yeah, he forgot his treants a little. So that takes more time than usual, but it's alright. Blade Master's making his way over to the
town
shop
is under
for
siege.
dust. Grunt is attacking this engine of war, but of course it's not doing too much. Hunter's Hall now. Expansion at the same time. So that's a delayed tech, of course. Blade Master comes in a little too late. Tech is at 50% for FoCuS. Ooh,
If he doesn't cancel this expo is gonna be extremely early. Keeper's coming in. He's gonna have 3 entangles. Is that enough?
Gloves of Haste and Circlet is good bonus damage.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get this, isn't he?
Yep, it's enough. Okay, buys him some time. And get some free hits on the Keeper.
No. And he can heal up.
Town is under
Ooh,
siege.
almost got his healing canceled, but not quite. No dust on the Keeper.
So nice that FoCuS is only attacking the engine of war when an archer's in production. He constantly moves the grunt back. This will force a repair sooner or later.
He's killing off more wisps. Dude, FoCuS once again having a really strong harassment early game here.
Yeah. That's the last windwalk though. So
And honestly, that build from Infi just seems a little, I don't know, not too fleshed out. If you put the Expo down there, the Blade Master can just cancel it even if he has time, or takes the time to creep on his side. But now he's out of mana, so now the expansion should be coming up, but that was a decent delay.
I agree. And of course, tech delay, as he still did not start this. Again, an entire tech ahead for the Orc. No grunt here anymore, so he has to be afraid of the entangle.
Against Foggy, FoCuS was creeping up the gold mine around this time, giving level 2 for the Blade, with the Blade perhaps even still harassing. Detonate coming in, Blade dropping really low.
Yeah,
No entangles being used though. Oh, the Blade Master was for distraction. The grunts once again look walking towards the Expo, but they don't commit.
Okay, too many archers and treants. Infi defending this nicely. And of course the keeper will be there in no time.
Attack.
So Shadowhunter is going to be out here in a moment. Grunts finally making it towards the gold mine. Dust and Telestaff from the Blade Master still trying to distract.
Yeah.
I like that. The grunts can creep this natural by themselves.
He's moving out of the way of the keeper. Going the extra mile.
What was that? Wow!
Where's my Murloc? So, can he defend it again? The keeper has to rush back. 3 damage at the moment. But again, 3 entangles.
Is it level 2 entangle? Oh, Blade Master dropping lower, has a staff. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough?
Ooh. 60
And it is level 2 entangle, so investing that second big skill point into entangle, which can of course be getting purged, because we have the first couple of shaman coming out. First one already here, almost, and second one queued right behind. Here comes the counter expansion attempt again, but Infi knows what's up, and he's here to cancel.
Yeah. And it is level 2 entangle, so he has to work with fewer treants at the moment.
He's going on a start scamp.
Yeah, that is not allowed now. That is absolutely not allowed to start this camp.
Forces are under attack.
First purge has been used. No more dispel from that one. Next shaman coming in. Gonna be one more purge. But that's gonna be that. Level 2 for the shadow though. Has some healing now as well. And gonna be level 2 for the blade. Also, big level ups right here. But no counter expansion.
Yeah. And the army is still quite low. Only 37 supply, waiting for more shaman, but that is that lodge is occupied with the adept upgrade. We haven't seen a single lightning shield, right? In this entire series.
No, I don't think so.
Second engine
Holds on to the mana rather for dispel.
Infi is getting stronger soon. Tier 2 tech around the corner.
He's really gonna start this camp with the sentinel right there. Okay. Brave young man.
And of course he's getting jacked. Maybe he felt he has to take a risk at this point, or he needs his experience so badly. But this is big punishment. Again, the shaman dead. Only the parry app gets the shadow priest though, but the shadow hunter is super low. Only attacked by huntress. Not
Good
liking
piercing damage though from the berserker and the serpent ward somewhat in the back, but this is just archer and huntsman really strong at this stage in the game.
And he prevents this expansion by so long. This counter expansion and the go towards his own expansion. Like
Players' forces are under attack.
sometimes attack king is the best defense. And that's exactly what Infi is playing here. Really, really well. Tier 2 is done. No money for the second hero.
Levels aren't looking too bad though. Shadow almost level 3 here after this camp. Blade Master very close, kind of close himself. Oh, clarities, mana pots. I think it's time for a push again.
Okay. Blade Master went shopping. That is the so crucial level 3. Perfectly with 500 XP. Tree into scouting for a counter expansion, but there is none. Will he bring a peon this time for a shop? This might be the one. Or he's going down for the expansion now. He's only 250 gold. Invul and Heal Scroll both on cooldown. Infi's
Gonna get
getting
one
ready
Heal
to
Scroll
break
now.
upkeep, but it's not 70 supply yet. It's only 50.
Yeah. No Alchemist this time around, by the way.
Yeah. The Treant is about to
under
expire,
siege.
but he sees the
A
peel.
player's forces are under attack.
Siege starts.
All right. Serpent Wards, of course, really strong. Some archers in the back are hurt. The mover is coming up here, though, in a very timely manner. Speed Scroll engagement. Looking for some kills here. Very bloodthirsty, as it seems. Wisp coming in for the detonate. This would be big. He's trying to split against it, but it's not really gonna happen. Draining all of the mana. The Blade Master in the meantime almost died somehow. The archers in the back running away from the grunts. They're gonna start falling here, but the hunters are still standing strong for now.
Blade Master again has to catch the Heal Scroll. There was a mana potion on the Shadow Hunter used very early. Serpent Ward's almost taken out and not in a great spot right now. Level 3 for the Blade. The Clarity is running. He's not cancelling that. That's a lot of regen. And Infi is repositioning, losing almost 2 more hunts and an archer. So
take out
much
the movement
damage
here.
done again. Excuse me?
Could take out these moonwells here pretty easily now as well. Isn't quite gonna supply block him, but yeah. Good FoCuS finds his timing again. Expo getting cancelled, but he doesn't care. Level 3 Shadow, mass mana, let's go.
Yeah, and Infi is at 50 supply, stuck. Keeper now, going to the shop. Kelly's staffing back. So he's not going for the expansion kill. It's coming up in the back. This is even better than the push on TS.
If FoCuS can hold on here for 2 minutes
So
and
many-
not lose too much and find his own kills, this could be looking really good for him.
Yeah. This is so many kills. Infi plummeting in supply and now... Okay, there was a dispel against the Lightning Shield, but I thought, okay, now we get Lightning Shield. 1 AP in the back. Did FoCuS lose a single unit yet? I think... Wait, I don't know, actually. Purge, Blade Master about to die. Invul Potion. He has to be so careful with this. The Blade Master dies. Oh,
Go for this round still. He's
Yeah.
trying for it. More Purge
Purge.
coming in. Right clicks, right clicks, right clicks. He gets him. Level
Keeper
4 for the
down.
Shadow.
The only hero remaining is the Shadow Hunter. He's getting solo experience now. The experience for Infi goes into nowhere. And we saw how strong this level 5 Keeper is. We see a Tavern revive. FoCuS has 500 gold. No frontline anymore. What a carry this Shadow Hunter is.
Suddenly level 4.5, dude. How crazy.
It absolutely is. 2 more kills. Ah, Shadow melts.
Player's forces are under attack.
If he kills the Engine of War, this is such a big blow to Infi because he's down to 1 production building and at 34 supply. FoCuS has 3 production buildings. Or 2, I'm not too sure. Keeper is back. 2 only, no beastery. He is not committing to this Ancient. Whew, level 5 Keeper though.
A player's forces are under attack.
Game ain't over yet, folks. Counter Expo finally finished, as we know. Takes forever for the Orcs. Really nice that FoCuS also has so much lumber, 830. Can produce like units up to 50 supply now and doesn't have to worry about lumber for a long time. Shadowhunter solo creeping. If he finds a Tome of Experience here, he's basically level 5.
Had enough energy for the Keeper was creeping as well. Only a Tome of Agility. But he can go to the Turtles. He should have the time. And then that's 5.
He has no vision right now, though. He has no idea where Infi is.
Yeah.
This could be dangerous. Thank you very much, Captain Luxnacken, for the sub.
A player's forces are under
Would love
attack.
to see a shop here at the expansion now for FoCuS.
Yeah.
Certainly has the resources for it, but may want to break just into mass units here very soon. Scrolls of Healing are a very big deal. So are Invuls, as we saw earlier with the 2 hero kills. There's 1 scroll on the Keeper, who just went into upkeep just a moment ago. But it's only 52 supply. It's not that much.
Looks like
and
a-
this Shadow is, as we said, very high level.
Infi's army is spread across the entire map. Maybe preparing an attack at 2 sides at the same time. AP is moving forward here. Wisps are coming in, detonating well, but there is still mana left. And he absolutely needs that against the 4 Treants.
Player's forces are under attack.
Another detonate coming in, and the Shaman now super low. So Entangle could be getting very dangerous. Blade Master in the front taking plenty of damage. Heal Sword still available, so is the Invul. Going for the invulnerability first. Shadow Hunter using more and more of these Serpent Wards. He can't take out the Serpent Wards, but he's taking out the Grunts in the front line. The Treants are coming in as well, so is the AP. And FoCuS has to run. No more Invul, no more Scroll of Speed. This is dangerous, but the Keeper not even trying for the Entangle. Chase down. A little...
saving
bit of
his
a missed
mana.
opportunity.
He's saving the mana so much. What more Hunt streaming in? FoCuS, no tower, no burrow, no shop at the expo. This hurts him now.
He needs to get some mana pots for this SH.
Yeah.
Buy time, buy mana potions.
Infi might be storming into the grand final here now.
If only I'd put a shop down here earlier. We were saying it.
Getting Mercs, getting level 4. Could go mirror image actually.
Shadow Hunter level 5, here we go. Is it Serpent Ward level 3 time? No, it's Heal Wave as it seems.
Okay. They were the carry in game number 2 on Terranas. But he values the healing more. But this mana is gone already and he has no potion, no clarity.
Hunters are dropping low, but level 6 now for the Keeper. And there's no disable.
Ouch, this hurts. He needs to go back. Again, no speed scroll. This is free damage on this expansion. Can FoCuS hold on. He has a bunch of Shaman, but everything has no mana. And the masses of Huntress seem to be overwhelming here. But we thought this before, and then he won Terranas stand.
But everything's dropping so low. He has no
600
front line
gold.
anymore. 2 true upgrades on these hunts. And this
FoCuS.
time, no Alchemist to slow down this Keeper. How is he ever gonna deal with this Tranquility?
Oh, Entangle, that's it! No, Purge is out! Ooh. I think as good as FoCuS's decisions on Terranas were, it's lacking here. Like, he banked 800 gold at a time. No shop. Heal wave 3 when he knew he was low on mana. Again.
And that missing shop at the Expo certainly coming back to bite him.
Blade Master has mirror image, by the way, but Expo down. FoCuS' last stand, otherwise he will drop into the game for third. Once again, so close to a grand final of a major tournament. Again, failing. This happened to him so many times.
Even the AP has made his way over here without Nature's Blessing. Amazingly, there's no
walk.
Nature's Blessing for some reason.
Ooh, and Infi building the shop here as if he wanted to say, hey man, that was your mistake. We're not close to Blade Storm. Hunts
So
are
much
falling again.
Now he has the front line again. He has decent healing, but the Shadow actually... No, he's out of mana now.
And
Everything's
Tranquility.
dropping.
Tranquility again. He did good damage. But that's about it. Grunts are falling everywhere. Level 7 now for the next big Entangle, which hits him right away. Purge is not enough this time as the Blade Master falls. And Infi, the only remaining Chinese, makes it to the grand final of the Douyu Yule Cup. FoCuS defeated Moon and Foggy in recent weeks, but for Infi's off race, it wasn't enough.
It looked promising there again for a while. But just overrun. Overrun in the end.
Not going for the Engine of War, not building a shop. Those were quite a few mistakes that hit him in the end.
After he killed the Keeper, he didn't really continue to lose many units down there, right? Because he could have just backed up immediately, potentially, but of course he wanted to find more kills.
No, he didn't.
I think skipping the Alchemist was a very wise choice this game. He could power into more upgrades and units way more quickly. And level 6 on the Keeper.
Yeah, you
We've seen
called it like 1 or 2 games before. That's Nice expert calling there, Mr. Remo.
I mean, it was Moon who came up with that, not me. But yeah, I think Keeper Solo really has a lot of benefits in that matchup.
Oh, of course, Infi is not the only remaining Chinese. There's 1-0 as well. Made a little mistake there. Thought that Lawlight eliminated him, but of course not. 1-0 won that thing yesterday.
Which was also a crazy series. Not as crazy as the one previous to that. But yeah, yesterday's games were a treat. And we're going to have one more for you guys today.
Indeed. The next semifinal is coming up. Who will be Infi's opponent for $6,000 in the grand finals? 3,000 guaranteed for the Iceman. 1-0 versus Sock. It could be a human mirror in the grand final if Sock continues to surprise and continue to impress. Yesterday he had quite a few cool pocket strategies. Let's see what he has in store for 1-0. That's next. 1-0 versus Sock. Stay tuned.